Hey everyone, I know how it goes. You see a shuffleboard table online, it looks sleek in the photos, but then you wonder if it's actually going to hold up in your game room or if it's just going to be another bulky thing taking up space. I've been there, scrolling through listings, trying to figure out which one won't feel cheap after a few weeks. If you're on the fence about the Hathaway Challenger 12-foot shuffleboard table, I get why you're hesitant. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. This isn't one of those tables that looks great on paper but feels wobbly or flimsy when you actually try to play. The 12-foot length is legit. It gives you enough space to really get into the game, not just a cramped version where your pucks keep flying off the sides. The hardwood playfield is 1.5 inches thick, which is thicker than a lot of the cheaper options out there. That matters because thinner playfields can warp over time, especially if your room isn't climate controlled. The Challenger has built-in climate adjusters, so if your house gets a little too dry or humid, you can tweak the tension to keep the pucks gliding smoothly. That's not something you see on every shuffleboard table, and it's a game changer if you live somewhere with seasonal swings. Now, the cabinet is walnut laminate, which looks nice, but it's not solid wood. If you're expecting a high-end furniture piece, this isn't it. It's sturdy enough for daily use, but it's more of a functional piece than a showstopper. The hinges and storage are convenient. You can keep your pucks, brush, and wax inside without digging through closets. The built-in scorer is a nice touch too. It's not some fancy digital display, but it's simple and effective. You won't have to keep track of points on a separate sheet, which always feels like a hassle after a few rounds. Let's talk about setup. A 12-foot table isn't something you're going to assemble in an hour. It's heavy, and you'll need at least 2 people to move it without scratching your floors. The leg levelers are helpful, but they're not magic. If your floor isn't perfectly even, you'll still need to do some adjusting to make sure the playfield is flat. That's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you're not handy with tools. The instructions are decent, but if you're not used to assembling furniture, you might want to set aside a weekend for it. Who should buy this? If you've got a dedicated game room or even just a basement with enough space, this table is a solid pick. It's big enough for family game nights or even hosting friends over. The puck set includes 8 pucks, so you can play doubles without running out. The brush and wax are included too, which is a nice bonus. You won't have to buy extras right away. If you're serious about shuffleboard and want something that'll last a few years without feeling like a toy, this is a good step up from the flimsy options. Who should skip it? If you're tight on space, this isn't the table for you. It's not something you can tuck away after use. It's also not the best choice if you're looking for a high-end, furniture-grade piece. The laminate cabinet won't win any design awards, and if you're used to playing on a glass-top table, the hardwood might feel a little different. Also, if you're not comfortable with assembly or don't have help moving it, this could be a headache. The biggest trade-off here is the size versus the cost. You're paying for the length and the climate adjusters, which are nice features, but you're not getting a premium cabinet or a glass playfield. If you're okay with that, it's a fair deal. If you want something smaller or more stylish, there are other options out there. All in all, the Hathaway Challenger 12-foot shuffleboard table is a good middle ground choice for families who want a durable, functional table without breaking the bank. It's not perfect, but it's one of the better options if you're willing to put in the effort to set it up and use it regularly. Check it out on Amazon if it sounds like the right fit for you.